What was the time someone assumed something about you that was completely wrong? I worked the front desk at the Grand Marina Hotel in San Diego. Best part of the job? I got to know the regulars. There was this one guest, Edward, who came in for business every month. Always polite, always remembered my name, tipped well. After about a year of small talk during check-ins, he asked if I wanted to grab coffee sometime. Edward was 61. I was 29. Yeah, I knew how it looked, but he wasn't some flashy rich guy trying to buy me expensive stuff. He was retired military, ran a small consulting business, loved reading books and trying new wines. We just clicked. He made me laugh, listened when I talked about wanting to go back to school, and treated me like I actually mattered. 6 months in, Edward invited me to some fancy business gala. I picked out my nicest dress and did my makeup perfectly. The second we walked into that ballroom, I felt every pair of eyes on us. People were whispering behind their hands, giving me these looks like I had crawled out from under a rock. Edward's colleague walked up to us at the bar with this smug grin. "Eddie, where'd you find this one? The strip club or some sugar daddy website?" Everyone around us started laughing. I smiled and pretended it was funny, but my stomach dropped. Edward looked embarrassed and changed the subject, but the damage was done. It got worse when his daughter Brielle showed up to dinner the next week. She took one look at me and exploded. "Are you kidding me, Dad? She's practically my age. What does she even do for work? Post selfies on Instagram?" I calmly told her I worked full-time at the hotel and didn't need her dad's money. She rolled her eyes and said, "Sure you don't." After that, I became the hot topic in Edward's circle. At every event, I caught people staring and whispering. They all thought the same thing: gold digger waiting for the old man to die, trophy girlfriend living off his money. One woman even asked me straight up if I was planning to have kids to secure my future. What they didn't know was the real story. Edward had early-stage Parkinson's disease. He'd been hiding it from everyone, including his daughter. But I knew because I was the one driving him to his neurology appointments every month. I organized his pill schedule, researched his medications, and even turned down a promotion to assistant manager so I could keep flexible hours to help him. I was paying half his medical bills too. My hotel salary wasn't much, but I had good insurance that covered some of his treatments as my domestic partner. I'd been quietly helping him for 8 months while everyone assumed I was using him. One night at another business dinner, Edward collapsed in the restaurant bathroom. I found him on the floor, shaking and confused. While everyone else stood around panicking, I calmly told the manager to call 911. When the paramedic arrived, I rattled off all his medications, explained about his Parkinson's, and gave them his doctor's contact information. That same woman who'd called me a gold digger watched in complete silence as I held Edward's hand in the ambulance and coordinated with the hospital staff like I'd done it 100 times before. When Brielle rushed into the emergency room, I pulled her aside and showed her everything. Medical appointment schedules in my phone, insurance claims with my name on them, the neurologist's business card in my wallet, emergency contact forms from 3 different doctors listing me first. Brielle went completely quiet. She stared at the papers for a long time, then looked at me with tears in her eyes. "I'm so sorry. I thought you were just, I didn't know." That night, she posted a picture of Edward and me on Facebook with just one line. I was completely wrong about her. The whispers stopped after that. People started treating me differently, like I actually belonged there.